Steps, the most open map in the league. The attacking team appears near the rocks at the bottom of the map, and the defending team starts at the top. Bases are located near the railway and on the green. The best way to control them is to use the lowland near the second base. The attacking team usually begins the attack from the rocks and the railway, but sometimes they can attack through the green. Teams often drag vehicles from flank to flank, so both teams usually pick light vehicles with a good camouflage rating, but sometimes use tanks with a strong turret and even SPGs.
Hello, welcome to week 6. A game between GMW and Corruption. Got GMW running triple machine, EVR, E4, double E50 and a PTA, and Corruption running a Chieftain, double I7, double Bat, Terran, Conk and Nudes. EVR going for a very aggressive spot from GMW. Very aggressive spot. No one from Corruption peeking the ridge, so he's not going to get any information, and if he did get the information, he'd probably end up getting punished for it, to be honest. GMW taking the south control with the machines. Frizzy's kind of overextended here. He might end up getting punished hard for that. Takes one from the Udas of Willows, but that is all. He is very lucky with that one. So Corruption have got enough information for them to be rotating their chieftains over. For some reason they're both in the low ground. Okay, now they're both going back high. So in the meantime, they're going to end up putting the Leopard on cap. Interesting. There are no light tanks for Corruption, so the only thing they'll really be able to do is send a batch out forward for the information. Corruption rotating the Conqueror over. 25 seconds left on the cap. Rossi's going to cross tracks here. It's a perfect play, there's nothing up in 8-3, so he should be able to go all the way down these tracks here to get the vision. Leopard gets spotted and pushed off cap as a result. EBR not being able to cap anymore will just back himself out. He takes one from the Bat Chat, one from Willows. And in the meantime, GMW are pushing with the machines on the other side, but Corruption was still set up for this with double IS7 and Chieftain, so it's going to be very difficult for the machines to be able to actually push this. Frizzy's dropped a one shot at the front here. Stromneck is dropped a now a one shot. And Annie Cow is at half. Rossi takes two from the E50s, pushing down middle, but he's able to get his full clip out into a lower plate of an E50, so he's basically a 1-for-1 trade, really. E4 is pushing forward here in the south, but but there's not much he's going to be able to do against IS7's hold down and the Chieftain. Chieftain's going to over peek for the kill, because why not, and he bounces off the side of a machine. But with the HP that GMW have left, there's very little they're going to be able to do in this game. And it will just be a slow clean-up from Corruption here. GMW would try and put some cap pressure up on this A cap, but there's only so much they'll be able to do. JSL Reaper will go down. Pujang takes one from the E50 on the move. And this is the only way GMW will be able to get a cheeky win off here, is to cap, but they're just pushing each other around in the cap. It looked like Sniping was trying to use the PTA as a meat shield, but the PTA was just completely unaware what was going on. They wouldn't have had time to cap anyway. Solo cap would have taken 1 minute 40 seconds, and Corruption already on the cap now, only 20 seconds later, so so nice clean run from Corruption here.
a body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I lost my best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me for good. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I
So coming into round 2, GMW on the defense, running triple CS, CBR, Badger, triple TNH, and Corruption running double G, Fire 7, Batchat, T100, Turan, Conk, and Udez. So Tanks is going to go put himself in this defensive bowl. This just stops GMW from being able to push this southern location. You'll be completely hold down in here, and you can get full information as they push forward, if they choose to do so. You have support from Rossi in the Batchat as well. It looks like Rossi got potentially spotted by the EBR, so that's why he's backed out of that one. He needs to stay behind the rock, won't be shot at by anything. Badger takes 1 from Willows. Also have some cheeky angle underneath the tracks on the Badger. Pujang gets spotted. Looks like the EBR was spotted as well. Sorry. GMW have pushed forward to their TNHs. This is going to be a big misplay here. If Corruption choose to push over tracks and just take the 1v1 with the Badger, then they'll be able to just farm these TNHs from holdown. Elite Storm is peeking. Does he actually hold out? Yeah, he is. That's kind of nutty. He isn't quite fully hold down, but he's just baiting the Badger into missing. So Corruption will just kill this Badger. And ooh. Elite Storm takes 2 from a TNH. And a big old slap from Tubbins in a Turan will... Wow, these TNHs have just been bled hard. EBR's been spotted trying to make his way out of tracks. He's crashed into the train by the looks of it, and he's just been taken out. And this is where the positioning of Corruption will just slowly bleed down the tanks that are left. A last ditch push from GMW, the triple CS is across the field. Interesting to see where they're going to try and commit to. Okay, they're gonna just go try and take a fight. I mean, it could potentially work for them. They could... Ooh. They could potentially take out a Batchat and I7, but instead they're focusing on tanks that are on the other side of the map. Which is gonna come back to bite them. As Rossi comes off reload, and you'll just clip one of these tanks out. And Tanks is bored, and he's gonna go get himself in the fight as well, because he sat in a bowl for 5 minutes and now wants to play the game. And that's just another prime example of you'll have 0 damage, but you've actually had significant impact on the battle. He spent the entire game sat in that hold down position, which meant that the CSs wouldn't push through here. As a result, they pushed on the other side of the ridge to try and commit onto Rossi first, and then they got distracted by tanks on the other side of the map. Quick 2-0 from Corruption. Big game from Rossi. Nice 4k and 2 kills in a Batchat. Must have been getting all the side shots into the TNHs. And then a nice full clip onto the CSs. Actually got 2k. Yeah. And the Badger didn't really know where to play. You got 2 different positions you can play on steps. Right. So from defense, there's 2 places you can sit. Actually, I'll just go full screen. You can sit either behind this, and you can like perch yourself behind it and go hold down, or there's a ridge, kind of, more just like, I don't know, just a dust pile on the floor. You can sit behind and go hold down in most vehicles. I'm not sure whether the Badger's lower plate is too big to sit behind it, but yeah, around halfway down tracks there's a hold down that you can use. But the better place to play the Badger is behind here, because then they have to fully commit all the way along in order to dig you out. And from this position, the TNHs will have side shots if they push in, and from here, if they do try to push into you, you have longer to farm than from this position.
Mines, a small summertime map with lots of hills, rocks and other cover. The teams start the battle in the usual locations, but the base locations are different. One is located in the bottom part of the village and the other one is in the water. One of the key objectives is the center hill. That's why the teams will often select fast vehicles and tanks with strong turrets for cover.
So, on defense, Corruption are running a Type 5 triple CS Turan, TNH, and double Concept 1B. That makes me think they're going to play for a hill brawl. GMW running VZ double Centurion, Chisel, Manticore, double TNH, and Drago Panzer 4. Interesting lineup. So yeah, as expected, Corruption going straight for hill. Oh, Rossi takes a big old slap there. He will be taken down. There's nothing else here from Corruption yet to be able to support, so they are able to be easily focused out. Turan misses his shot. Focus from Corruption's kind of poor here, not gonna lie. Centurion Chisel over peaking in order to confirm Willows. Fusion gets set on fire. Corruption down 4k HP here. Elite Storm is isolated, and if he's able to get another tank out with him here, this will be god tier, but it's looking very unlikely with the Centurion playing from behind him and in front of him now. In the meantime, TNHs are kind of over peaking, but I mean, Corruption have no HP left, and no guns left. Manti's playing the wide angle for the easy confirms. I don't know how, but Corruption just lost a 6v5? No, 6v6 on the hill? Oh. An 8v6 on hill. What the fuck? Because I'm fairly sure the Waffenträger was out at the fight the entire game, and a Manticore is a Manticore. Like, he ain't gonna be doing much damage. Corruption just straight up lost an 8v6. Holy shit. They did kind of get spawn fucked, but even still. Yeah, that one's a rough one for Corruption. I'll be watching this one back and going, where the fuck did that go wrong?
I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
So now we have GMW on defense, running VZ, double machine, E4, Turan, and triple conch. Corruption running fairly normal lineup, IS4, triple CS, Turan, TNH, concept, and a T30. So after start, Corruption will take middle control, they'll take hill, and then they'll work the map control from what they get. GMW committing a machine to island. If he gets spotted, he will go down. He's driven into a map border just like my fucking camera's in a map border, so I can't even spectate him properly. So one machine's taken 2 shots, and he's now planning on clipping out. Both. Ooh, he's been set on fire. Unlucky. GMW 3 underneath the hill, just in case an overcommit happens. T30 puts a big old slap into the conch. T30 will try and play hold down behind this rock, but the Turan will be able to pen his turret. If the Turan can get an angle, that is. So Willows will now take E1 just to get some vision on the machines. He may even play, just try and get some blind fire into the K4 position, but Turan isn't playing from there. Elite Storm's put himself on hill. Interesting. I guess it's because Tanks has put himself in cap on the other side. Tubbins is just going to farm from behind if he can get an angle. VZ has been allowed to peek. There's no one here to punish from Corruption. Tanks puts a nice shot into the Conqueror underneath the hill. Looks like Tubbins isn't able to find an angle to work on this VZ. Maybe he's not careful, he will be slapped by an E4. Double push from machine through the low ground. They are clipping out Willows. Willows has kind of been left here. But now that the machines will go on reloads, if is Frizzy on reload? He still has a shot by the looks of it because he's looking for Willows. Willows bounces it, and now they'll have free farm on these machines. The machines will go down. So it looks like Tubbins, he's not able to peek because the VZ is such a small tank. And if he does peek aggressive and get spotted, he will be slapped hard. The VZ's just slowly HEing Tanks down. Tanks will probably get another shot in for free here. GMW pushing hill, but they haven't got any HP, so if they laugh, they're going to lose. So going on to round 5 here, Arctic region. I ain't got a fucking clue how this map plays. I've commentated like 1 or 2 rounds on it and it's been absolute garbage to try and commentate. So Poo going aggressive through the low ground, try and get some early vision, probably on the cross. GMW are just crossing the fast tank, so there's not going to be too much punish going to come in. Looks like Rossi will set up behind for the punish. GMW actually fully set up to counter any punish plays. What the fuck? The Tyrann was spotted and takes 1 from pressure, but it looks like Toppins are overpeaked for a shot on the EBR and in return. I fucking missed all of that. Conxer sniping. I don't know. Beats me. Tyrann's taken another 1 from something. Maybe Rossi. With the EVR out, they won't be able to stealth cap in B. Tanks takes a nice Tyrann shell to the tracks. So Conks from GMW slowly making their way around the corner. I don't really see how 3 Conks are going to win against 2 Chieftains that are hold down. Ping, 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 ping. Willows is going aggressive for some reason. I don't know what this read is, but he's going to get himself clipped out by a double back chat if he goes much further forward. Tyran's set up for it. Looks like they've spotted each other, because... No? Maybe not? I wish I knew. Wait, what the fuck? Elite Storm's moved forward? Hello? Hollow Duke's also moving forward? Not sure why everyone from Corruption is moving forward, but... Chieftain and Conk exchanging HE rounds. Hollow's moving forwards. Again, no idea why. They don't need to, but it looks like they're just getting bored and wanting to play the game. WN8 Farmer's got to come in and play the game at some point. Did he just pen an HE round, or was that an extremely high roll? Or maybe it was Randy Duck in the back. No, he wouldn't have had an angle. So Willows did back himself out, moved towards D1 from C2. Just makes it a lot more difficult for the bat chats to be able to dig him out. So the Conks are still firing HE, and the Chieftains, realizing this, are just over-peaking and slapping them with APCR every time they take a 14 damage roll. As I say that, they're now firing HE back. I mean, this is pretty much GG. Like, this is 4-1 already. There's no way GMW get back into this unless, like, Hollow and Elite decide to drown themselves for some reason. SGRV's been set on fire by tanks. Everyone's just over-peaking now because they're bored. Stove goes down. Willow just moved forward as well because he's got bored. The tank's going forward, he's bored. Even Pooh's trying to get some damage out on his bat chats. Pooh's taking a 1v1 against Dummy. Willows takes a big old Turan shot. Turan gets picked up. Batchat's dropped himself over the top. See if corruption forget about him. Tobbins is the only one that is actually going to try and push him. Is he going to go down? Ah, here comes a push from Chieftains on the other side of the map. They got bored. There we go. That was definitely 1000% 4-1. GG's.